Hi, welcome back for another video. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Sandra with Shooting Stars Intuitive Readings. I am going to go ahead and record another video with regards to the twin flame connection. So a lot of you watched my last video on twin flames, and that video came through primarily around singles. And so I promised I would record another video specifically on coupled twin flames. This also applies for people that know who your twin flame is. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to call on God and ask for help to see what messages are coming through for you, right? So let's see. So what I normally do is I will shuffle some cards for you. I never shuffle prior to the recording. Sometimes I will cut out the shuffling because it takes me a little bit, and I don't know if you guys necessarily mind that. If you don't or you do, just feel free to let me know in the comments. But I try to show the messages as soon as possible because I know you guys are antsy to hear them. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll get started by asking about what energies are surrounding the divine feminine when it comes to your twin flame connections, those couples or those who already know who your twin flame is. Call upon God, angels of love and light. What energies are surrounding the divine feminine? Call upon God, angels of love and light. What energies are surrounding the divine masculine? Let's see. I call upon God, angels of love and light. What energies are surrounding the divine feminine? And I pull from a few different decks just because I feel like it brings forth more clarity. I don't necessarily go by verbatim what the cards say. I'm an intuitive, so I receive messages by sight. I get visions, or just messages will come through, right? So intuitively, and so sometimes you might see the cards come up that are a bit different than what I'm actually saying, and the reason for that is because I don't just go off what the card says. I go off what comes through for that specific card. So you know what the way I channel messages. Oh my God, angels of love and light. What energies are surrounding the divine masculine? Oh my God, angels of love and light. What challenges are both parties facing? What challenges are both parties facing? Okay, so here we go. Okay. So right off the bat, I asked what energies are surrounding the divine feminine. And I got the Seven of Pentacles. To be quite honest, I feel like the Seven of Pentacles is referring to addictive behaviors. I feel that the divine feminine is focusing on old patterns, and this could be old behaviors, right? Like in this case, there's food. So I don't know if there's some of you are experiencing like an addiction to food, or you use love almost as a way to soothe some of your emotions, but part of it is an unhealthy attachment is what I'm seeing. So I'm feeling there's some kind of unhealthy attachment. The positive part is that as far as the current energies for the divine feminine is, I feel like you're overcoming these obstacles, but in order to do that, in order to move forward to the next stage, you have to there's a learning curve for you right now. So you're having to really learn and understand what these, for one, why these behaviors are coming up for you, and how to overcome them, right? But I do feel that you will end up overcoming them. Now let's see, what does the divine masculine, what is the divine masculine? Yeah, see, I'm feeling, see that I normally don't really read cards upside down, but this card came through upside down, and it's the Five of Swords. So I'm feeling there's like conflict. I feel like the divine masculine doesn't really know what to do. It's almost like he's stuck. Like he's very, very much drawn by the divine feminine. He's very much attracted to her, but again, I feel like you're both mirroring each other in the sense that you both have like this addictive behavior that you're both embodying. And it feel for the divine masculine, I feel like the behavior might even be physical. So this might be using sex or physical touch to help alleviate and relieve some of the issues. So if you're having issues, some of you that are with your twin flame, you actually might be using sex as a way to resolve your problems. This could be a part of the addictive behavior that's actually creating more issues for yourself, right? So there's some kind of negative pattern that you're both stuck on, but the interesting is that again, you're both mirroring one another. The divine masculine is feeling like he's not feeling good enough. Like he's really not sure. He's afraid. You know, there might be some jealousy involved. Oh, and the jealousy might just be because they just feel like they're not good enough, right? And if you're the divine masculine, it's really looking into why are you feeling insecure? Like, why are you feeling a lack of confidence? What's happening to make you feel that way, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get some clarification on that to find out why is the divine masculine feeling so insecure, because I get huge feelings on this insecurity. And if you're currently separated from your twin flame, this might also be, I feel for many of you that are separated or not, you're not really communicating with one another, and you've had some issues with that communication, but I feel like the divine masculine's really not sure what to do. It seems like they're just sort of confused, right? See, this is what's coming up as far as the divine masculine and what they're feeling as far as why they're insecure. And this is coming up as hidden. This card was on the bottom of the deck, and it says you instinctively know what is right, and you have the power to say no or walk away at any time. I feel that they're giving away their power, or they feel like they're giving away their power. So rather than giving away their power, they rather just kind of walk away or give in or surrender in essence, right? Surrendering might be shown in different ways. It might be shown in ways where they just kind of don't really show that they truly love and that they care, right? Say, look, this is what's coming up as hidden. There's obstacles. See, there's a lot of fives when it comes to the divine masculine. There's still love there. There's definitely love there. See, you're dealing with with a strong, deep soul connection. See, when I asked about the divine masculine, I not only got soulmate, I also got sacred union. So if you're dealing with a twin flame, you've got a very special connection here. You just have to figure out how to get through it. But like I said, look at that. Sacred union and soulmate. Holy moly guacamole. Like, seriously. Oh my God. I mean, crazy, 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 crazy connection. Okay. When I asked what challenges you're both facing, I'm getting time for shit to get real. Get honest as hell, right? Like, it's time to be honest. You guys are not being honest with each other. You're not really telling each other what you really feel. I feel there's a definite lack of communication with your twin flame, for sure. Because see, again, look, it's so funny. For me, I feel like it's kind of funny, but this came up at the bottom of the card. I mean, of the deck. It's like, shut the hell up. Like, stop and listen. You guys aren't listening to each other, you know? You're so quick to tell each other what you're doing wrong that you're not really listening. When if you would listen, you'd be able to actually agree to disagree and forgive so you can finally move on. Because see, this card was at the bottom of one of my other decks. Because this is really the outcome. Paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. There's still love there. If you're both dealing with if this speaks to you and there's been a huge disconnect between you and your twin flame, you have to know that there's still love there. For many of you that believe in Mother Mary, a lot of you already know that I pray to her quite a bit. But see, you're being led towards bringing love back into the situation. Thank you, Divine Mother, for helping me to forgive and receive the love I deserve. See, you're bringing, I feel like a lot of you that have been disconnected are going to reunite. Just intuitively speaking. See, look, here we go. Time. You're trying too hard. Give it time. Like, don't expect for everything to, get resolved from one day to the next, right? Like, but know that things will get better. I do feel that strongly. Okay, I'm going to ask for some clarification on how you can overcome the challenges that you're facing with your twin. Oh God, angels of love and light. How can the divine feminine and divine masculine both overcome these obstacles? How can the divine feminine and divine masculine overcome these obstacles? Hope on God, angels of love and light, what advice do you have to help heal the situation between the divine masculine and divine feminine? What obstacle? How can the divine masculine and feminine heal the situation? Okay, I'm just going to pull one more card, so don't mind me. Be patient with me. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, so here we go. Okay. Time. And I know time is hard because it's difficult to wait, right? But both of you need to understand that you're actually mirroring each other. You're actually a lot alike in so many different ways. And you're a lot alike even in the ways that you might think you're different. So I feel as I was shuffling, I kept getting I kept hearing the words a change of perspective. If you are longing for more love in your life, you need to be more loving. And some of you need to bring love back into the situation because there's been too much there's been just too much hostility, right? There's been too much conflict. There's been too much of this lower vibrational energy. It's time to step back into being grateful, right? And showing each other that you do care and that you're grateful that you're both still alive, you're well, you're together, right? So showing that you're grateful for each other, right or wrong, and that you're supportive of each other. There's a mutual need to be supportive of each other because the vision that I get right now as I'm saying this is I see two people and it's almost like they're sitting next to each other, but you have your backs turned against each other. So a lot of you have really forgotten what brought you together to begin with. Like a lot of you have forgotten that there is love there, right? That your souls are literally connected. And you have forgotten that you have a sacred union, that you have a bond that can defy literally anything. So honoring and treasuring your relationship. Granted, if you don't feel this, you might not be, and this is coming through, you might not be in a karmic, you might end up being in a karmic situation thinking that you're in a twin flame coupled situation. So just be mindful of that for some of you. I'm feeling some of you might not actually be in a twin flame situation. Some of you might be in a karmic situation. But of course, for that would require a more personal reading, but that just kind of came out of nowhere. You know, recognize the truth. You can do anything you choose. So now more than anything is the time to really decide, you know, make the decision to talk to each other, to be honest with each other, to really speak what's in your heart, right? Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. See, a part of you already know. You already know what you're supposed to do. You're just not doing it because you're afraid. And you're doing it because right now the energy is still pretty heavy around you. So you have to clear your energy. You have to release that toxicity, whether that's resentments, whether that's old behaviors. And let me ask more about what you're meant to clear. Let's see. Help on God. Angels of love and light. What are you calling the divine feminine to release in order to improve her situation? Help on God. Angels of love and light. What are you calling the divine feminine to release in order to improve her connection? Oh God, angels of love and light. What What are you calling the divine feminine to release in order to... What are you calling the divine masculine to release in order to... Okay, so as far as the divine feminine, you're being called to find balance in the situation. There's something going on right now that is offsetting the balance, right? Like I get this feeling of overwhelm. Perhaps you've given your significant other the silent treatment, right? Perhaps you think that there's something better out there for you, right? Some of you might not end up resolving things with your significant other. Some of you might end up meeting someone else. Or in other words, you're just also looking out, right? When you're divine masculine, they're not checked out quite yet. They're not gone. They still care. They still love you. They just feel helpless and hopeless. You know, they just don't know what to do. Like they're literally confused. And you, on the other hand, you're just ready to say, okay, I'm ready to move on. Like I'm done with this crap. Like I'm done trying to control things. Like I just want to be happy. Right? But your divine masculine is taking a sweet time. And they're thinking about it. They're looking at the past. And they're like, well, this is how it used to be. Why can't it be like it was? Right? And you're like, screw that. I'm ready to move on. Like, let's get the show on the road. Right? But that's where that time that's coming in is taking place, because you really have to make a decision as far as whether this connection is really worth keeping, right? And this is a decision for both of you. See, there's a lot of conflict here. Like with the divine masculine, I feel he's very conflicted, because when I ask specifically about the divine masculine, I'm getting a lot of 5s and 7s. See, the divine masculine is actually, he's just trying to figure out what the real problem is. Like, I'm feeling a lot of your divine masculines, they're just kind of confused. Like they just don't even know what the hell to think, to be honest. But I do feel that there's help coming. You know, I feel like they're being guided, I do feel that your connection with this person is going to get better if that's what you choose for it to be, right? Like the conflict isn't going to happen for much longer as long as you allow it to. You know, as long as you don't allow it to. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So in other words, you can change your situation with your partner. You know, right now you're being called, and this is coming up as hidden, right? To stay focused. Stay focused. What do you want your life together to be like? You know, use your spiritual gifts and natural abilities to attract your desired outcomes. You attracted each other to each other, right? You understand that you manifested one another. So why can't you manifest a better future together, right? Because again, this is what's coming up as hidden. Miracles and blessings. Everything has its gift. I feel like for those that are willing to fight for their connection, things are going to get better. But you both need to stop ignoring the real problem, right? Not dealing with it, avoiding a conversation. The person's still angry. See, I'm feeling like there's some of you are not dealing with a twin situation. Please, please, please know that a twin flame situation can be turbulent, but it's not abusive. It should never be abusive. And if that is the case, know that the rules are different, right? And I can always post another video on that. But, you know, you have the freedom to release yourself from any situation if it's abusive. And I do feel that that's a big lesson for a lot of you, right? Taking your power back. But for those that are trying to resolve things, you're meant to learn from the situation in order to move forward. Embrace your emotions. Don't push down what you're feeling. Talk about it. Talk about what you're feeling. Have a conversation, because you know what? As soon as you have a conversation, there's going to be a brand new opportunity to start again. But again, the reading started with agree to disagree. See, there's going to be a brand new opportunity with your twin flame. See, you can't make this up. Like, I'm just picking up cards. That's going to help. See, I feel like there's going to be a reconnection there. Some kind of reconciliation between the two of you. And I mean, you guys could be living in the same household, or you could be separated, right? But there's going to be a reconciliation. But in order for that to happen, you have to let go of control issues. You have to let things unfold naturally. Right? And let go of obsessive, codependent behaviors. You know, the first step is acknowledging what's unhealthy. Being honest about it and talking with your partner about, you know, this is what I'm really struggling with. I keep thinking, I keep feeling these things. Like, how could we move past this? Help me. And just having that conversation. You know, but like I said, you're both being guided towards paying attention to your ideas, because the solution to these problems are way bigger, go beyond, I guess I should say, than the earth plane. So pay attention to those ideas and the messages that you're both receiving, because you're both receiving guidance on how to detach from the drama, right? In order to allow yourself to heal. But again, see, the divine feminine is feeling like they're doing too much. Like the scales are not balanced. And you're becoming overwhelmed and frustrated in the relationship. But see, once again, for the third time, clear your vibes, right? Clear your vibes. That needs to be cleared out before you can even have that conversation. Otherwise, it'll just explode in your face, right? So let's see, let's ask, what will bring you both together? Rather than only, you know, aside from having that open conversation, what will bring both of you together? Oh, from God, angels of love and light, what will bring this twin flame connection together? What will bring this twin flame connection together? What will bring this twin flame connection together? What this twin flame connection. What will bring? Yeah, see, this is interesting. But see, once again, see, what will bring you together? Asking for help. What is it you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support you need. I feel some of you have to be more honest about what you need. I get this vision of like a divine feminine, and she's almost like suppressing her feelings. And granted, this could be the masculine, right? Too. I'm also seeing a water sign. So this could be the divine masculine could be a water sign, or it could also be that you're both working through a very emotional situation that requires a lot of tact. It might even require the divine masculine to take the lead, right? And for a divine masculine to take the lead, that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, a lot of women want the man to take the lead, right? Not in a controlling, authoritarian way, but take the lead in the sense to where you say, okay, enough is enough. Like, I don't want to fight. I want to make this work. This is how I'm feeling. And demonstrating that inner strength, but in a very compassionate way, right? And for the female to be strong enough, or the divine feminine to be strong enough to allow herself to be vulnerable, right? To give the divine masculine the opportunity to feel safe enough to take the lead. And I feel that this will help calm some of those fears and some of that mental conflict that the divine masculine is experiencing. Because as I'm saying this, I keep hearing the words, I just don't know. Like, and this might be your divine masculine what's feeling this. Like, I just don't know. Just don't know. It's almost like a repeated phrase in their mind. Let's see. It's time to take a break. It's time to reconnect with each other. This is what's going to bring you together, which is what you're not seeing. It's time to trust and allow the situation to unfold, because again, look, you have a past life connection together. Really what you need to work on is focusing on the stability and the security that you're both going to build with each other, right? Within your relationship. So let's see here. I'm going to pull just one more card. And I'm going to ask for just general advice. Call upon God, angels of love and light. What advice do you have on this twin flame connection? Okay. See, wow, this is interesting. Give yourself the opportunity to heal. Give each other the opportunity to heal. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light, Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. I feel like you're both kind of struggling. Like you're both having a really hard time with this. See, sexual union. See, some of you might not even be intimate with each other, right? Like you're not demonstrating that, and that's creating a disconnection between the two of you. Granted, sex doesn't solve everything, right? But there's a need to reconnect, right? There's a need to unplug from everything that's going on outside of your connection and focus on each other, right? For many of you, there's also a need to stop criticizing one another because it'll only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Again, bringing love back into the situation. See, because look, I just pulled another random card and I'm getting the miracle of nature, you know, the need to be grounded. But this is the second card that comes through with a miracle. So I do feel there's going to be a miracle and there's going to be a shift in your relationship. You just both have to understand and come to terms with the lessons that are at play right now in order for you to forgive. See, the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Wow. See, there's some huge lessons going on between the two of you. So I don't want to end it there. I'm just going to ask one more thing to see what's coming through. See, again, twin flames. See, right under the deck, twin flame. Your passion ignites. See, for some of you, this is a definite twin flame connection. Turn your heart light on. Again, allowing more love into the situation. See, you can do it. For many of you, I'm feeling that not all is lost. Your relationship is not over yet. If you thought it was, it's not. And if that speaks to you, then that message is for you. But I feel for a lot of you, see, a lot of you are not. See, it's not even over yet. See, there's gonna be some kind of invitation. Whether you live together or not, right? Whether you're married or living in separate places, like there's a definite reconnection, and there's going to be a giving and receiving of love. It's not even funny how much love there's going to be shared between the two of you. But you both have to balance each other out. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So in other words, allowing each other the opportunity to learn from one another, right? We need people that balance us out because nobody is perfect. So we can learn to be better and allow your partner to teach you how to be better. Maybe they're stronger at handling different situations than you are. This is for both the divine feminine and divine masculine, right? What can you learn from your divine partner that can help bring you that balance? That's how you're going to overcome the situation, and not only will you overcome it, but it will make your relationship so much stronger because of it. But you have to acknowledge your flaws. And that's not easy, right? That's not easy. You have to acknowledge where you went wrong. and feeling safe doing so and allowing your partner to do the same, right? So pay attention. Pay attention to the signs that are guiding you work through this situation, because there's definitely divine guidance at play that will help you. See, this card says, "Thank you, angels. I trust your well-timed guidance and signs." See, because there's a peace offering coming for you. Peace. What a beautiful gift would that be, right? Especially during this time. I mean, I would choose peace over any amount of money any day, right? Because you can't put a price tag on love and peace. You just can't. So I leave you with that. I hope this message spoke to you, and I pray that your relationship with your partner improves and that you two come together and you help each other grow. Okay? I thank you so much for watching. For those who would like to subscribe, I invite you to click on the subscribe button below and click on the bell for notifications. Be sure to make your subscriptions public so I could see who's subscribed in order to enter you in my new subscriber drawing that I have up right now. So what I do is I select 2 people every month to win a free mini reading. Okay. And so what I'll do is I go ahead and select 2 people for the month of December. I'm giving back to a few more. So I'll select a few more people than 2 in case you see those up. But I ask that you sign up for the notifications. So if you are a winner, you can see that. You can get that notification on your phone or via email to let you know that your mini reading is posted and up for you, okay? But regardless, I thank you so much for watching, and I pray for your relationship, and I hope and pray that you and your family are safe and happy. Thank you so much.